baby, just watch.
All right, we are back on the Morning Brew with friends, and we got a whole bunch of friends with us now. This is wonderful. We got Trisha, we got Rufus, and we got jewelry designers. This is so awesome. And so I did this cool thing last week, and I got this email from Trisha that said, sign up for a lookbook. And I was like, all right, this is fun. And next thing I know, I'm shopping online, and I'm like I'm putting in my sizes, and I'm putting in my body shape, and putting in everything into remind me of the website again?
Close Threads.
Closethreads.com.
Correct.
And I'm basically shopping, and what colors I like, what styles I like, and then next thing I know, Rufus shows up, and he's got all the stuff and all the styles I liked. It was very cool.
Yeah.
And you do this for, this is the company, right?
Yeah, so we enable independent fashion retailers and designers to provide web-based personal styling services.
So how did you come to this? I know there's other companies out there. There's like the Trunk Club and some other things, but this one has a different take, right?
Yeah, we want people to be able to shop local in the internet age, if you will.
Right.
Yeah, I had made this commitment about a year ago that I wanted to shop local. I, started to understand the economics of where your dollars go when you shop local, and I started to do it, but I found that it was kind of difficult from an efficiency standpoint. I was used to online shopping.
Right.
So I was like, well, how can we make shopping local more convenient?
Right, because I don't want to drive to every little shop. I mean, you got
Right.
Toad Road here, and you've got stuff from
Easy Martin.
Easy Martin here, and they're close.
Yeah.
I shop at other places too.
Right.
So how so you went, so you said you did the legwork and you went out and found all the boutiques.
Right.
Ah, very cool.
Yeah, I had
So
a lot of fun.
So how did she sell you on this? What was the pitch? Was she like, so I like your jewelry, you want to be on my internet site? And you were like,
Yeah.
I've heard this a million times before, or did you?
Well, it was really about connecting local customers with local sellers or designers, and so that's kind of a gap that's missing. I sell online already, but it's hard to get those people to also get online. So having a website that connects them specifically with local businesses and designers was really the key point that sold me on it.
Very cool. And Rufus, are you finding that local people are logging in and going to your shop now more through Close Threads too?
Yeah, I mean, that's the potential, and certainly as any designer or artist or retailer who's doing things from the ground up, I mean, basically have to take an all of the above approach to marketing yourself and getting the word out. And so to me, Close Threads represents a connection that I want to make to local people and people who are thoughtful and committed about supporting local business. So it just seemed like a no-brainer to me.
Very cool. Well, so I went on the site and I was checking it out and I'm clicking on all my things and I was like, I wonder what Rufus is going to bring. Because I kind of know Rufus.
Yeah.
He's been on the show a couple of times. But I was wondering if there's an algorithm or if it's like Rufus out there saying, oh, I know this guy, I'm going to pick some stuff for him, or how does that work?
Yeah, so it's a little bit different than some of the other services that are more algorithm-based. Ours is more about the personal connection. But we do try and provide enough, you said you filled out a style profile.
Right.
We try to provide enough data points for the retailers to be able to make informed recommendations.
And here's the style profile, and here's how it works. And basically, you click on yourself in some ways, right?
Yeah, so that's your shopper portal on the site. And so you can update your profile. So if you start to notice that people aren't getting a good sense of your style, you can kind of add some more detail there and provide some more information. Yeah.
Very cool.
So that's the interface there.
That's excellent. So Rufus, what did you after I put in all my stuff? What did you see? Did you say, oh, this is Dan, I'm going to bring in things? Or did you say, here's a guy who likes grays and blacks, and I'm going to find some stuff?
Yeah, I mean, certainly we have our own point of view, and then anything you put into the site, there's a lot of opportunities there for you, the customer to just add personal information, and as much of that as besides size and color, as much of that personality that comes through on the site, I can work with that.
Right.
So I saw what your interests were, what your needs were,
Well,
as far as your wardrobe.
You know me. You know that I'm a
do know you a
motorhead.
little bit.
I'm a motorhead, and I love that he brought the Stick Shift T-shirt, which is very cool. And this one actually, it's bamboo. Am I right?
Yeah, and so there's a lot of layers to this. It's a locally owned website that you're on, a locally owned retailer, and this is a local artist who produces these. So there's a lot of benefit for the community by engaging on this level.
And it's the same thing you guys are doing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And for the jewelry side of things, do people say, I want earrings? I don't think I clicked on jewelry.
Yeah.
I don't think I went that deep into the system. You can go pretty deep into your style profile. I don't think I don't wear much jewelry.
Right.
But do people say, hey, I like turquoise, I like local stuff? What are the keywords and what do you
They
find
kind
in
of pick
people?
the styles that they like. So do they like bohemian, or are they looking for something more casual or business? And so I will style my jewelry choices for them based on kind of on what they're looking for, what styles they're into, and like where they want to wear it to.
Oh, very cool. So if you're into a formal something or other, you say, oh, I got some excellent earrings. It'll go with a formal gown.
Yeah, or if they're looking
That's
for something
awesome.
casual. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I'm totally curious to see,
Yeah.
because I'm actually a hard guy to fit.
Okay.
I'm pretty scrawny, if you can't tell. I'm actually pretty thin, and I wanted to see like if this sizing thing, because it didn't say put in a size 36 jacket. They just said I'm super skinny is basically the box I picked.
Yeah, like how do you want it to fit? And
Right.
what, yeah.
Right, and so I wanted to see how well the sizing worked. Let's
Yeah.
see. So we've got. Let's see here. Where's a quick
can-
jacket?
This one probably might be a little bit big on you.
Okay.
This one and this.
Let's give it a shot. Let's see how well we did here.
Yeah, and this one I picked this out because
this
I
is-
do know a little bit about you, and I know that you have a motor and kind of motorcycle and kind of driving
Cars, and I'm a
personality as well, but you're also
Right.
in business. So I tried to pull something that combined the two. Something you might be able to wear on a motorcycle or a moped, but you could also get to a business meeting in that.
I like this.
That's
This
a
is
nice
pretty
jacket.
sharp, right?
Yeah.
I
You
like
can
this.
pop the collar a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And it's
Well, that'll work well for our '80s dance that's coming up later.
everything goes these days. So as far as men's trends, and so this
Right.
is something that I thought of for you, and that you
Yeah.
can just wear in any way.
And it's a nice, like, kind of a dense cotton. Is it cotton?
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
cotton, and you can wear it like a denim jacket, but you can also drop it down and be at a meeting.
I could absolutely see myself wearing this. This is very cool. Then, of course, the slacks. And there were some slacks over here. Oh, and a scarf.
Yes, very fitting for
Everyone
you.
knows that I love a nice scarf. Ew, what is this? This is really super soft.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how expensive is this stuff? I know that, this
Yeah.
is probably, what, $150?
At least, yeah.
At least.
Definitely.
Yes. And so on the site, I don't remember signing up for prices, and I remember saying,
Yeah.
I need a $20 jacket. So how do you figure out prices, and how do you figure out all of that on the site?
So when you subscribe to a retailer, it'll list their kind of average price range.
Okay.
And then we learn more about you as you kind of work through the site. And
So you're like, okay, great, Dan's a cheapskate.
Yeah.
We're going to get him all the
Yeah,
all
if
the
you're-
leftovers, all the remainders we'll send to Dan.
if you can see that somebody's only purchasing items that are on sale or at the lower price point, then they start to recognize, okay,
Right.
well, this is where this person shops. This is their range.
We're not going to send in the $10,000 cashmere pea coat.
Yeah, I don't know that we have anyone in Albuquerque selling $10,000 coats,
But
if there
hey,
is
we can
anyone
try.
out there, I'd love to.
right, we'd love to have them on the site, right?
But the amazing
Awesome.
thing about the site is that it's connecting you with, not with some generic algorithm, but it's connecting you with people who live here and have been selecting things for people in the community. So, by having a couple of retailers in Nob Hill who have existing customers here, you've got a great selection of not just locally made stuff and a whole range of price points, but this is stuff that you'd see in Nordstrom and big city stores, but they're in
Right.
little boutiques within the
Right.
community, and so you get to support.
Right, well, where else can you find handmade jewelry, right? It's hard to find in
It
Albuquerque.
is hard to find.
wow.
We've got to go out in person. So
Right.
it's a good way to shop like during non-shoppable
this?
hours.
This just look right? I think this is pretty good. Now, if I
That's
do
made in
this,
Italy.
and then if I do this,
And
I think this is my new
pretty
look,
sharp.
right?
I like it.
I say, just finding this close threads is a win.
it's a win.
Right. And you just went through the ABQID Business Accelerator.
I did.
Briefly, how was that?
It was
Learn a
amazing.
lot?
Yeah. It was to have that structure. When you go from having a job to being an entrepreneur, you could be working on anything, and
Right.
so to kind of have this structure to help guide you through the process is great.
I love it. We guys sticking around? We'll try out some more clothes later?
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back in a couple of seconds on the Morning Brew with friends. And we got our friends who are going to give us an 80s dance. Yeah. See them over there? It's great.
It'll be perfect.
I think we're all going to do the Running Man or something.
Oh no.